a really well-placed gun switching out the much. Here comes the back, and the back plus the kill that has landed. Boy, and the Talon Slaying gonna go in for the kill, and that is gonna be Demigod.
Teleport also comes in as well. Nocturne. They got in, let's secure the okay, there's a flash in, and big comes habol dito. Wow, the damage.
Good afternoon, Summoners, and welcome back to the Garena LoL Collegiate League Summer 2017. My name is Vulcan, and with me is Gista, your shoutcasters, entering Game 2 of the Best of 5 series for the South Conference Finals.
Of course, during the previous games, the proactivity from UPLB really building momentum in this series. They were able to come out on top, strike first blood in the best of 5. I wonder how will DLSUD bounce back, because right now there's a daunting task in front of them.
So far, my opinion, DLSUD, they still have what it takes to take away one game and try and shape it to their momentum. But for
Bold prediction.
Huh?
Bold prediction.
Yeah, bold prediction indeed. But for UP Los Baños, I'm pretty sure that from the Game 1 momentum, they will just steamroll and possibly take away Game 2.
Yeah, of course. Let's recap what happened during that game. DLSUD, they set up a pick comp, but the protection, the safety, the strategy coming from UPLB just really too much. So DLSUD, back to the drawing board here. They need to think up of a new strategy, try and deal with what UPLB will throw at them.
And so far, this is going to be Game 2. And the standings right now is 1-0. With UP Los Baños taking away Game 1, let's move on to the drafting phase to see how this Game 2 will pan out. Will the Green Patriots, DLSU Dasmarinas take away Game 2? We'll see right now in the drafting phase.
Okay, I'm very excited to see how DLSUD reacts to what UPLB will throw. We have switched sides now, so that means first pick will be going over to DLSU Dasman. Already a adjustment being made. They ban out Slain Sejuani, which was a key factor in securing the win for UPLB during that first game. And for the first pick, Tristana being hovered.
And when you're talking about, let's say, not having sustained damage, like in Game 1, DLSUD, they learned their mistakes and picks up a hyper carry ADC like Tristana.
Yeah, if they do lock in this Tristana, it will give them that option for scaling, a lot more wave clear, and it is locked in. So Wigato, he has his work cut out for him now. He needs to act as DLSUD's carry. And for UPLB, they are hovering over the Janna and Misfortune, of course. We know Janna, very oppressive pick, and it is locked in. Now with Janna, UPLB have that option for disengage. They can reset team fights. If DLSUD pulls the trigger, UPLB has a proper shield to deal with that.
And when you're talking about a Janna, that can really screw up your whole plan. Not to mention your hard engages such as the Jarvan and the Tristana's reset will mean nothing when the Monsoon does fully, rather, time correctly. When you're talking about the suspense where the clash does happen, when the Janna times it just at the right moment, that can ruin all the momentum that DLSUD were trying in that clash.
Yeah, and looking at what else has been picked up here, the Nami for DLSUD also does provide a lot of what Janna gives to the team. Protection, disengage, the option to go for these huge knockups with their abilities. Well, as for UPLB, Misfortune, very interesting pickup here, but not that much of a switch up, because I do believe this Misfortune will also be building towards that lethality, deal the same role as Varus during that previous game, just gonna poke down the members of DLSUD. And for UPLB, this comp is just perfect for sieging. No switch up from their strategy, sticking with what gave them the first win.
And seeing the same routine, having more sustained damage compared to DLSUD. Orianna and the Jarvan are mostly, burst champions, but when you're talking about Tristana, they would really have to benefit onto Wigato. I mean, put all cards onto him, and hopefully we'll see the Green Patriots perhaps taking away Game 2, or maybe UPLB with their, I would say, rather great, in my opinion, their draft actually outclasses DLSUD.
Yeah, I have to point out that the biggest difference from this game with the previous game is there is no Shen, there is no Tom Kench. There's no more stand united global pressure, which is really what shut down most of what DLSUD wanted to do during that first game, and without that option left, maybe that's the window of opportunity DLSUD needs to build momentum of their own.
So, we'll be loading onto the Rift pretty shortly, but let's see. So far, I'm pretty confident with the draft coming from DLSUD. A step up from Game 1, yes, but for UPLB, their Game 2 draft looks rather intimidating.
Yeah, they have a lot of that late game scaling because Maokai, we all know, he's very, very tanky, very hard to kill. And with so much more zone control and safety coming from this Janna and the Anivia as well, it kind of creeps up on you how oppressive Anivia's wall is. If you place it properly, it can really mess up the pathing of your champions. And that could be the key factor in this team fight. Like, one well-placed wall could shut down an entire engage by blocking off one entire section of a choke point.
And when you're talking about terrain advantage, we have the Anivia and the Jarvan. So let's see which champion or which team will be the first ones to pull the trigger in this Game 2 of the Best of 5 series of the South Conference Finals.
Yeah, I really want to see DLSUD begin playing more proactively because even though they had the tools during the previous game, they weren't allowed to act upon it because there was so much safety. And right now, we're going to head into the game.
This is Game 2 of DLSU Dasmariñas on the blue side versus UP Los Baños on the red side, with UP Los Baños taking away the first game. Right now at Game 2, let's see if the Green Patriots can fight back.
Okay, I don't think any team would be interested to go for a level 1 invade here, and they're going to go for point defense. And what that is they're going to block off all of the entrances to their jungle, spot out anyone going for these cheesy wards, and try to potentially find where the other jungler is starting. So very smart from both of these teams, starting out very passively here, not going for those risky, over-aggressive moves.
And when you're talking about risk, I think it will not be on DLSUD's plan to perform any risky stunts when you're entering Game 2, because one mistake and you're already at match point. That's the pressure that this game has on DLSUD. Whereas for UPLB, 1 point is one step closer to be crowned the champions of the South Conference. So let's see how this game will pan out. And I think for DLSUD, let's hope that they have learned something substantial in Game 1.
Yeah, taking back momentum in the series is definitely a priority for DLSUD Dasmariñas during this game. They need to start out well. And looking at how their comp works, they're going to rely a lot on these huge AoE ultimates and work towards these 5v5 team fights, which they didn't have during the previous game. So during the early laning phase before they hit level 6, I expect them to just try and scale, try to farm up as much as they can, get more gold in their pockets, get these items to deal even more damage during these team fights.
And when you're talking about late game scaling champions, both teams have an equal share of it, but right now look at the bottom lane getting harassed a bit too much here. We're seeing already that this Tristana is getting pushed in really deep, and look at the damage from this Miss Fortune. I don't think Rigato is having a good time in the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, during the Runes Reforged chains, where we did see a switch up in how runes and masteries work, we did see a rise in popularity for AD carry Miss Fortune. Running Arcane Comet on her is very oppressive because it adds so much more poke to her kit, and if you aren't able to work around that poke, you're just gonna get bullied in lane. But Wigato does have the heal, but Slide is going for Gag.
Guys, Slide goes in for the hog, burns the flash, and gets the first blood for Eminem. Double teleport incoming. But the Asta a bit out of position, misses the combo, forcing out his flash. That's going to be UP Los Baños capitalizing on the mistakes of the Green Patriots.
There is Ignivia. Okay, man, that was disastrous for DLSUD. UPLB just earlier to the trigger right there. They're able to pick up 2 kills, and man, if Kha'Zix snowballs, if Anivia gets enough mana to sustain in lane, it's going to be very hard for DLSUD. So looking at the mid lane matchup, now that Arcmon is down a kill, he will now be forced to just try and farm. This will be a farm lane, but for Anivia, picking up that early kill, she will be able to recall here, and pick up what I do believe is a tier of the goddess. You see right there. And that will just help Anivia scale so well into the late game. Unlimited mana pool, just having that ultimate up for so long. It's going to be so much more control for UPLB.
And you're talking about a first blood lead going on to Eminem. This is a good start for UPLB. This is kind of a mirror of what we saw in game 1.
Oh my
Look at the
God.
burst coming from the bot lane duo of UPLB, forcing out a heal and rather his barrier. So the heal from the Nami and the barrier from the summoners will be the saving grace for Wigato. A very, very close call.
Okay, like you said, DLSUD does have that late game scaling, but they need to work towards that. They aren't at a point in the game where they can go for these aggressive fights unless Asta is there. The Jarvan needs to act as their bridge towards the late game, but with UPLB pulling the trigger first, that just gives so much more of a mountain to climb for DLSU Dasma.
I want to ask your opinion, Chisto. How do you feel about AD Cannons? Would this be an AD Cannon, or rather, Cannon tops in general against this preseason environment?
I think if you run the AD on Kennen and run Lethal Tempo runes, that will be very effective because on-hit Kennen was very popular. And with the new rune system in check, like I said, I think AD Kennen would be favored over the AP Kennen. Let's just see how Mad God opts to build.
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking you, how do you feel Kennen in general in the top lane? Because normally when you're talking about preseason, I think when the preseason hit hard, it was a solid message that the tanks are mostly the home base here in the top lane. But when you're talking about carries like the Gnar and the Jace, those are acceptable. But a Cannon, is this what DLSU Dasmarinas need?
I think Kennen would be able to deal with Daeru on Maokai as far as the laning phase goes. But once we go onto these 5-on-5 fights, if Mad God doesn't get a good flank, he'll just get knocked back by the Janna ultimate. So as far as laning phase goes, I have to favor the Kennen. But when we go into these full-on 5v5s, if Kennen doesn't get a good position, it's going to be very hard to dish out all of your damage.
And looks like we're seeing some action in the river. We're spotting out Slain. Spotted by a ward here. Asta still running his Jarvan, wants to say hello, meets his eyes in the river. But the Green Patriots, they know that they don't want to risk anything more. They did lose a lot. I mean, a lot in the mid lane clash here.
Yeah, I don't think Asta would be interested to go for a fight versus Slane because he already has his serrated Dirk, while Jarvan went for the Tracker's Knife. So more combat stats over to the Cossacks. If they do go for that isolated 1v1, Jarvan would be at a disadvantage.
And yes, when you're talking about a Kazakhs getting the first kill and picking up some assists, that's going to be a huge boost in gold. And immediately picking up the serrated Dirk is a bonus, plus the boost of speed. So, meanwhile for Asta, gets the jungler item, gets the Stalker's Knife here for more vision. So I guess for the Green Patriots here, they are going for the safe game here. Meanwhile Excelsior, they're going for more aggressive itemization.
Yeah, they want to dish out as much damage as
Waiting
they
for
can.
level 6.
Whoa, there is no Howling Gale.
Level 6 will not hit just yet, and Dash flashes out, but there is the mine for Wigato to secure. There's the bullet time here, not going to connect out too much. There will be a tower dive. No, not a tower dive, but the Dragon Strike will be the killing blow onto Ben.
The patience pays off for DLSUD. They waited for Dash to burn his Howling Gale. And that's the window of opportunity that the Jarvan needed. He bided his time, waited out of vision, and just a very patiently executed gank for DLSUD puts them right back in this game.
For their balling, yes, and that's their win condition, right? I mean, make the Tristana well-fed and rely on Wigato's damage. But for the top lane side, I'm not sure I can say the same thing because, okay, we're going to be expecting maybe a split pushing cannon here. But I'm not sure if this is what DLSUD needs because when you're looking at the overall comp and you see a Janna, I don't think Magic could be that impactful, but what do I know? Let's see it in action.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Kennen needs to go for these flanks versus the Janna especially because Kennen, he needs to go into the middle of these fights in order to make use of that slicing maelstrom.
But we're talking about a Janna
Exactly.
here, and an Anivia.
Yeah, that's just gonna knock you back and give you such a hard time in lane.
Oh, what's this? Might go for a very risky engage here, but that would be hey, did not see it coming, but Slay does not see this Nami in the red side for UPLB. That would be just meeting eyes.
Yeah, K needs to be very careful trying to challenge Lane in the jungle, or else he'll just get immediately bursted. Of course, supports are very squishy, especially versus the Kazakhs.
And you're waiting for Slay to get that Duskblade. Once he gets that Duskblade,
Oh, we love Duskblade.
that's going to be a nightmare for K and Wigaton, and not to mention for Arkman.
Yeah, and you did mention DLSUD's win condition. Wigato, this Tristana, all eyes on him to carry this game. But Asta?
Does not get the full blow just yet. There's a flash to cut him off. Asta reverses with a shockwave, but there's the stopwatch just for one man shockwave, and they will still commit on the UPLB. Eminem blocks his heal. There's Mako with a slashing maelstrom. Eminem turns away. Darkman goes in for the flash and pumps the egg Nivea, but Deiru takes down Asta, and Arkman gets the kill. And here comes Dash responding to Eminem, but the clash just ended here. We'll see.
Man, Dash is so fast through these robes, and whoa, he actually picked up Arkmon, and will Mad God get away?
That's gonna be Mad God. Really testing his tempo here, but there's Talbot incoming. The battle of the supports are here in the top lane, Riverside.
Yeah, I wonder how much time can Dash actually buy here. Everybody's collapsing.
The Monsoon will buy time and buying more time for Slay to catch up and clean up the fight. UP Los Baños comes out on just a slither of health.
That was such an extended fight. It started with Slime going down first, and he's actually the last guy to pick up the last kill. Such an extended fight from both teams, really, and Dash and K roaming up, so proactive on these supports, and man, both teams really trying to get on top.
We're going to be seeing that Matt will be picking up the Proto Belt for his cannon, so we might not be seeing the one you're talking about, Chista, but when it comes to that trade up in the top lane where Slane was the last one to come back to the fight, I'm pretty sure that UPLB were the ones who came out on top and got most out of their goal here because, okay, for DLSUD, they did a good job taking away 3 kills. But for UPLB, they took away 4 kills. That is going to be a good start for UP Los Baños. And for DLSUD, they had a good momentum coming back to this game too. That kind of blew it when they extended the team fight.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. Wigato will get chunked out, my god.
Oh, look at the damage. I don't think Wigato is having a good time in the bot lane.
Okay, so let's go back. Mad God, Kennen. He will be building that Proto Belt, which will signal that he is opting for an AP build. Well, that means Dare will have an easier time itemizing versus him because even though Mad God will deal a lot of burst in the
Hold that
mid
thought,
game,
Asta is in trouble here. I mean, he's getting picked up by 2 members of UPLB, and that's going to be a huge chunk of damage. Asta reverts it with a shockwave combo. Eminem gets taken down, a reverse from the LSUD.
yeah, so much trading happening across the map. Whoa, Benz!
Very low in health, and that's going to be Wigato with a well-timed Alpha Prison for the kill. Looks like the Green Patriots, they're showing their game strong, coming back to this game too.
Yeah, they're definitely fighting back, trying, working their hardest to get the momentum back in the series. And right now, things all even up. The game is still in anyone's hands, really.
I mean, they're almost 30 minutes into the game, and so far, a good game we're seeing so far. I don't see any team having a huge advantage just yet. A completely different game that we're seeing from game 1. I think this is a wake-up call for the Green Patriots, whereas Excelsior will try and, secure more momentum in their game too, because right now they did have a good start, good draft, a powerful draft. Let's see how they will use it.
Yeah, but speaking of advantages, core items being completed by the side of UP Los Baños right here. Duskblade already on the Kazakhs. We know he'll be very strong if he's able to chain that. But DLSUD, they're going for a sneaky bush trap here.
So I think Dash's senses are tingling just a bit, but he does not know that it'll be 3 members. Looks like we'll be seeing Slane.
Oh, 200 IQ Dash right there. He knows.
Something is up.
He knows they were there. I got you.
See, the mind games will not work onto Dash. Perhaps maybe saw a glimpse.
He's playing Forecast Jana. He knows the weather.
He knows what's gonna be foggy and what's gonna be dark in the bot lane. So great prediction from you, Dash, or great instinct there.
Yeah, but speaking of instincts, I think the LSUD know that Slime is hanging around their jungle area. They're trying to look for him. He's on the wrong side of the map, really.
Slane has Duskblade and goes in for Arc, but instead a Shockwave will connect, and that's going to be Slane overcommitting. Perhaps the downfall for UP Los Banos in the red side jungle. Looks like the bot lane is also feeling the wrath of the Patriots here in the bottom lane side, but a trade-off will happen in the bottom lane. Dash takes down the support. K will be out of commission for now.
Yeah, that is a 2-for-1 across the map, but Mad God, he is in a bit of trouble. He will be able to go away, but man, so much fighting across the map pre-15 minutes. And all this action happening, I think it really favors DLSUD because during that previous game, we saw they weren't able to be proactive, but with UPLB constantly forcing these skirmishes, DLSUD constantly coming out on top, it just gives them so much more gold, and it will work in their favor as they're going to be able to take down this mid lane tower and will open up the map so much for DLSUD, allow Arcmon to roam and provide utility for the rest of his team.
And we're talking about the first turret going towards DLSUD. They also took away the first blood, am I correct?
Yeah.
First blood also went to the hands for, rather the UPLB took away the first blood from that mid lane fiasco, the gank that went horribly wrong for DLSUD, but they make it up. They take away the first turret.
Yeah, I think with UPLB accelerating the pace that they played, they needed Anivia to scale, but by forcing so many more fights, the Anivia wasn't able to stay in lane, wasn't able to get even more scaling items. She did pick up the Rod of Ages, which did help, but it accelerated her too much, and they overreach. They will get punished by the mid lane tower going down.
And I can see 3 members in the river of the LCD's red side. The Drake has not yet been taken by anyone. They're just testing each other because
Slime is up here.
waiting for the right time. Uses up his time in the top lane. Looking for the right time here because first turn immediately went down towards the LCD. And what can UPLB do to counter that first turn is to take away at least 2 turrets away from the Green Patriots. Meanwhile, Excelsior really pressuring Mad God, really aiming to take down that top lane.
Yeah, they're forcing Mad God here with Dehir scaring him off. The cannon will be forced to recall, and with Slime being up here as well, I think this will be an uncontested tower for UPLB, tying up the turret score, and just like that, gold back to near even, I should say.
I guess that's going to be one of a play that UPLB likes to do because don't risk too much when you're at a disadvantage. Obviously, that's common knowledge, but for UPLB, they'll try and respond to this Ocean Drake, but they can. No vision placed here. Right after this Ocean Drake, they could go down to the bot lane and things can get ugly.
Yeah, let's see. How will UPLB respond? They have members onto that Rift Herald, which will help them possibly go for a siege, but at this stage, this is what DLSUD wants. This is where they wanted to end up at this stage of the game. A Tristana that had a fairly safe laning phase, an Orianna that is scaling, and man, this is DLSUD's chance to come out on top. Let's see, can they close out?
I mean, when you talk about closing out, that's gonna be like there's a guarantee that you would win this game, but nothing's a guarantee until the Nexus is destroyed or close to destruction. And so far, this is anyone's game. UPLB, they're just doing a good job stalling, but like what I always love to say, Chisto, when the Baron spawns, the behavior changes.
Yeah, I really love those Baron dances, Vulcan. And like we said, we've seen teams mess up the setup for that Baron, and it really cost them these games. Like, it's been a window for most teams to come back if the enemy team doesn't work around that Baron area properly. And UPLB, they are doing a good job of stalling.
So, good job indeed for
Good job.
UP Los Banos right now. The Baron will be live really soon. And when you're talking about pressure, top lane needs to be secured, but Slane making his way in. Goes the jump
Oh my god, dude.
Idle Wave is there. The bullet time Oh my goodness, looks like Benz will be canceling his own bullet time there. Instead, just walks it off.
Yeah, he knew he was dead, so he canceled his bullet time right there. Because he knew K was super low, that regardless of what happened, they would have been able to pick up the kill, and that will shut down the move that DLSUD was moving towards his top lane, because they did rotate Wigato and K to try and take down the tower, but a numbers advantage for UPLB means they're able to hold for much longer.
And closing in the 20-minute mark, it looks like the Green Patriots trying to stall things out, and Dash buying more time, but Asta, oh, look at that engage, but what a close call indeed. Poor Dash, it was a really close call, but the Dragon Strike does have that range, a very nice range indeed, and Asta takes away that kill.
Oh, Slime is already bot lane a few seconds ago. He was just in the top lane. Now, Mad God, you need to be very careful. I don't
Gets
think
the
there's
root, gets the Zonia, and the stasis will proc. Mad God survives that gang.
Man, great play there. But look at this, the Baron
Oh,
being started. They saw Slime bot lane. How can UPLB respond to this? They don't see this happening. It's already at 3K.
bullet time is not available, but this could be a joke. Let's see, the Baron will be going towards DLSU Desperate.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Oh, that's going to be a very nice trade-off. Looks at the Green Patriots are coming back to this game strong, but Slade is there for the cleanup. Gets the easy kill, gets the reset, but Slade is still alive, cleaning up the
Oh my
fight.
God. At what cost is the Baron an ace for UPLB? And like we mentioned earlier, Vulcan, the Baron unfortunately working against DLSUD there, and man, the game just blew up wide open.
And when you're talking about Slade, okay, they lost the Baron, but break it down for us, Shisto. What happened in the Baron phase?
DLSUD are confident to start this Baron because they saw Slime bot lane, but unfortunately Eminem, he wasn't under any threat during this team fight and allowed them to clean up. And look at Slime here, expertly played. He worked around Fog of War, and these members are so low. Easy pickings for our Kazakhs.
And I guess it was more matter of fact that Slade was getting the resets he needs, and the fact that Eminem was ignored in that team fight and securing that ace. And you can just say to the viewers out there, you can say that, hey, they still got the Baron gold, but let's check the gold lead. Not much of an impact.
Yeah, Baron gold, but the Baron was denied from all of the members, so that will put a stop to the siege that DLSUD was trying to set up. And UPLB, they're playing defense very well here.
And so far as the gold lead goes, look at that, 40k, flat there. Not much of a difference despite taking away the Baron. So the Baron will not belong to anyone, buying more time for the Green Patriots, but that was such a risky Baron call.
Yeah, that was a risky Baron call, but they were confident because they did see Kazakhs in the bot lane. Now they will disengage. With the gold being this even, as we go over to the mid-game part, it's gonna come down to who can team fight better once they do find both of these teams in the jungle. With no Baron being up, there's no real objective to fight for. I think both teams will be content to just sit back and farm for a bit until a next major objective comes under fire.
And the next major objective would be the Cloud Drain. Maybe not. So we'll be waiting for the objective here. But looking at Slade, really not paying respects to the vision of DLSUD. Looks like a party in the red side.
Oh my God, Ben!
Resets. Bullet time is up for the double kill.
Benz absolutely shreds DLSUD. That bullet time expertly placed. My God, that just destroyed DLSUD.
The shred is there for the bullet time, and the Monsoon to deny any sort of engage coming from the Green Patriots. Excelsior will be taking away the Cloud Drake plus 3 members.
Yeah, and the next biggest objective of the game.
The Cloud Drake
Cloud
goes to Excelsior.
Yeah, and that's just gonna work so much more in their favor. And we saw the gold still fairly even. One little skirmish over the Cloud Drake, and UPLB takes down a tower as well. And look at this bullet time, absolutely zoning out the entirety of DLSUD. They engage from UPLB. There's no stopping this Maokai. With no tidal wave left, there's really no counterwin. Look at that bullet time, nothing to cancel it. Gets the full channel. Absolutely destroys DLSUD.
And look at the Olivia wall to cut off that cannon. So, with that said, UP Los Baños playing smart, using the terrain and the map's environment to their advantage.
Yeah, but with that being said, DLSUD, all they need is one huge shockwave. Oh, have they caught Eminem?
Eminem is locked down with the Cataclysm, forced to be egged for a while, and I don't think he will be surviving. 3 members chunking down his health. A shutdown towards Eminem.
What a huge pickoff for DLSUD, and both teams still fighting back and forth. With the Anivia gone, the main wave clear for UPLB, DLSUD, are they free to see each other's eyes? But there's a fight!
Tidal wave incoming, knocks off 3 members of UP Los Baños, but again the bullet time is shredding. Not many members will be catching that bullet time. They managed to get away.
Oh my god, Ben!
Double up, double kill, double up is there, and with a lot of damage negated. And I think Rigato's buster shot was the saving grace for the Green Patriots.
UPLB doesn't care that they are down 1 member. They will pull the trigger on these fights because the Maokai is so freaking tanky, and my god, Ben's so aggressive as well, going for these flashes on an 80 carry, and man, UPLB back and forth, both these teams trading blows.
Look at that, Dusk Blade and the Yoma's Ghost Blade plus another serrated Thirst has been secured for this misfortune, and that explains the damage that this ADC is just shredding the lineup of the Green Patriots.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out as well, with Asta not building the tanky route on this Jarvan, there's no real frontline for DLSUD, and that just allows Benz to constantly shoot at them and really just take them down, pick his target, and absolutely destroy them.
This actually kind of reminds me of a funny incident that I encountered, where a lot of players, some of the players do believe that the lethality doesn't stack, being that it's a unique passive. But unique passives of unnamed origin do stack through different items. So I think this is a really lethal build for this misfortune, because
No pun intended.
no pun intended, because you're not going for the Black Cleaver for the percentage armor shred, because at this point you don't see them picking up that much armor. You go for the flat instead, but knowing this misfortune build, if you get a Black Cleaver, that's going to be very, very lethal.
Yeah, and that's a smart adaptation from Benz, knowing that nobody's building that full armor, full tank build on DLSUD. He just went for more raw damage, and it shows during the team fights. The bullet time, it does so much work, so much zone control, so much damage for UPLB. For DLSUD, they need to land that massive wombo combo with the slicing maelstrom and the shockwave. Try and instantly burst down Benz at the start of these fights. But that's just so hard to do versus Janna.
Okay, let's see. Baron is live right now. UP Los Baños, this time, they're ready.
Yeah.
No more surprises anymore of Green Patriots. That's Excelsior
Oh no, Asta.
going for the pickup here. Asta's very low, forced to back off. Gets the shield, gets the extra protection. Better safe than sorry. But looking at the pressure right now in the bot lane, Deiru is pushing away this wave. Maybe setting up for the Baron.
Yeah,
Setting up for
UPLB,
pressure.
they're properly managing their minion waves right here, trying to get them all to push in at the same time, so that when DLSUD respond to defend, they can all just instantly collapse onto this Baron. But with that being said, even though
Slane is prepping up his engines, look at him. But obviously, that's going to be an obvious red signal for DLSUD Green Patriots.
yeah, still both teams have to be very careful approaching these.
Look at Deiru in the bot lane. Ignoring Mad God, going straight for the turret. Instead, top lane's being pressured. Slane might just go in onto Rigato or Cage.
Oh no, it's the Landis!
Stun landed, and look at that bullet time. Will not connect up to much members here. Close call. Close call for the Green Patriots. Buying more time. But looks like Deiru already pressuring, still pressuring the bot lane here. Meanwhile, the top lane, UP Los Baños, they'll be taking away the inner top lane turret.
Yeah, that did buy time for DLSUD, but that also gave time for UP Los Baños to take down that tower. And with Rigato not having his summoners up for the next team fight, with Baron being on the table, the next largest objective on this map, that Tristana will have less layers of safety for her to survive, basically.
And when you're talking about misfortune with the bullet time, the cooldown reduction is there. So That's gonna be up just pretty quickly. I would say less 50 seconds or whatever. And this is going to be the time that UPLB can prep that dish, prep the Baron for their win condition. Whereas Green Patriots, okay, right now, they have to secure what's the more important part here, vision, because it is being denied by Dash.
Yeah, for DLSUD, Baron will be the place where they can mount their comeback. That will be the battleground where they have to come out on top if they hope to reverse the push happening on the map right now. But the zone control. Oh no, Matt got separated.
Look at that Anivia wall. Great use of environment coming from UP Los Baños. With that said, Betts gets the triple kill, and that's going to be the terrain working in favor of the Green Patriots. And Wigato gets the shutdown onto Betts. But is that enough? I don't think so. With that said, UP Los Baños shreds, takes down, murders 4 members of the Green Patriots.
Yeah, the vision control, the setup, it leads to that initial pick. That Anivia wall was so clutch, separating the team of DLSUD. And with 4 members down, only Wigato alive. That will mean an uncontested Baron going over to UP Los Baños.
And that was such a well-timed Anivia wall to completely make Mad God's cannon useless.
Yeah, and that's just the strength. Look at how this starts. No real tank on DLSUD, but they are still forced to face check. But the bullet time, it absolutely destroyed K. The Nami became sushi like a snap, and a full 80 Jarvan. You aren't gonna survive in the middle of 5 members. And at this point of the team fight, easy pickings for UP Los Baños.
And the fact that the stasis was popped by Bad God, he was really in a bad spot. But I guess the Baron will be going towards UP Los Baños here in this game 2 of the South Conference Finals.
Yeah, and with the Baron going over to UPLB, they might have just shut the door for a comeback for DLSUD in this game.
Okay, time's ticking right now. Gold lead. Oh, 7,000, reaching that 7,000 mark. The first Baron of the game went to the Green Patriots, but could they use it? No, because the UP Los Baños Excelsior, they took it away, gets the ace, and now the Baron is in their hands. I wonder what the Green Patriots are feeling right now. Is it pressure? Is it their guilt and pride on the line here? Because they did a ballsy move by taking away the first Baron blindly from UP Los Baños. And UP Los Baños, they took away the Baron with the Green Patriots having the tools to try and stop it.
Like a fake check? Oh, this might be it!
Look at a 2-man upper pitch. The power will find the title away, but the bullet time has no was cancelled, but still Nanta takes out Benz. And that's going to be Slade getting the kill there. He is still alive here. Calling one man around. Goes up to Ark, but takes the double kill.
Yeah, only Mad God alive and Baron up. Only Ben's down for UPLB. They can take more here. They are still trying to chase down Mad God.
Okay, you take down our EDC, but you leave from behind our Slade, the Kazakhs, who is 6-11. Has the Dusk Plate and the Black Cleaver.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna leave the base of DLSUD in ruins right here. The Death Timers, they're still not up. How much can UPLB take? 2 inhibitors?
2 inhibitors will be secured by Excelsior, but maybe
Okay.
perhaps the game itself. 2 seconds left on this Jarvan.
But they're still running.
They're just buying time. Mad God cannot recall, so looks like UP Los Baños.
Oh, they're gonna try to cut off Mad God.
They're gonna go for a 10k goalie here so far, and will cut off Mad God.
Oh, he's trying.
Going for the teleport escape, but let's see the replay. Break it down.
This is probably the best setup that DLSUD could have taken. The bubble landing on the 2 key targets with all this chain CC landing. But Dash with his monsoon absolutely shuts down any more follow-up. And with the shockwave being used only to slide, that really shuts down the rest of the team fight potential.
Miscommunication at work here. Arkman did not place the ball onto Asta at that moment. If the ball had landed, Slade wouldn't have the luxury to escape.
Yeah, that would probably be the best case scenario for DLSUD right there, but the follow-up was not on point, unfortunately for them. The UPLB, they were able to reset the fight, and in a choke point, Anivia does so much work with her wall, with her ultimate. She's just gonna shred through your members.
And so far, the Elder Drake will be the next Drake here. 33, 34 right now, minutes into the game. Even Los Baños having a gold lead of 11,000. We get 10,000 right now, but for kill score 60 to 27, that is a huge difference.
Yeah, that is a huge difference, but I do believe if you have Oriana on your team, one shockwave could practically change the course of an entire team fight if you don't position properly.
Oh, and right now the juiciest target right now would be Wigato. The most favorite target for Slane would be the ADC, because right now he did not pick up any, no Guardian Angel here for Wigato, so one life to spare. One last chance for UP Los Baños to try and defend the incoming wave.
Yeah, DLSUD, they will be forced to pull the trigger here at some point because the minions will be shoving in from the mid and bot lane. If they don't go for a fight soon and stop the siege, UPLB will just take down this tower. Oh, the stun landed Arcman!
Oh my god, the most needed team member, Arcman, pops the stasis, gets bursted by Eminem, and the bullet time has no one to cancel, but there is the last minute cancel from
That might be it.
and that's gonna be the Walton that did not let any member of DLSUD escape, and I think that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the game. Game 2 going towards perhaps to UP Los Baños.
What a great stun from Eminem, able to pick out the key member for DLSUD to mount a comeback in a team fight. And with no shockwave available, UPLB, they're gonna pick up their second win in the series. GG.
GG will play for UP Los Baños, securing the second game of the Best of 5 series in the South Conference Finals. Congratulations again, but note that DLSUD, they did adapt pretty well, but sadly, unfortunately, they have lost game 2. And right now, Chisto, we are now at match point. Let's see, will DLSUD try and come back from the second defeat in game 2, because they're a good start, and I think we can expect more in game 3. Possibly their victory, possibly their comeback into this.
Yeah, I mean, reverse sweeps do happen.
Reverse sweeps still do happen,
Yeah.
and possibly for the title to be crowned the champions, one of the 6 champions in the LCL. We'll be back after a short break. My name is Vulcan, and with me was Chisto. You just watched the Garena LoL Collegiate League Summer 2017 South Conference Finals, brought to you by Lenovo. Challenge what you know, and see you after the break. But there's the stopwatch just for one man Shockwave, and they will still commit on the UPLB. Eminem pops his heel. There's Maka with a slashing maelstrom. Eminem turns it away.
Around.
Arcman goes in for the flash and pumps the egg Nivea, but Deiru takes down Asta, and Arcman gets the
here.
kill. And here comes
DK.
Jack. Bullet time is not available, but this could be a choke. Let's see, the Baron will be going towards DLSU Desperate.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Oh, that's going to be a very nice trade-off. Looks like the Green Patriots are coming back to this game strong, but Slade is there for the cleanup. Gets the easy kill, gets the reset, but Slade is still alive, cleaning up the
Oh my
fight.
god. At what cost is the Baron an ace for UPLB?
Here, but looking at Slade, really not paying respects to the vision of DLSUD. Looks like a party in the red side.
Oh my god, Ben!
Resets. Bullet time is up for the double kill.
Benz absolutely shreds DLSUD. That's a bullet
But
time.
again, the bullet time is shredding. Not many members will be catching that bullet time. They managed to get away.
Oh my god, Ben!
Double up, double kill, double up.
Oh no,
here.
man got separated.
Look at that Anivia wall. Great use of environment coming from UP Los Baños. With that said, Betts gets the triple kill, and that's going to be
Oh, no.
the terrain working in favor of the Green Patriots. And Wigato gets the shut down onto Betts. But is that enough? I don't think so. With that said, UP Los Baños.
Like a paycheck. Oh, this might be it.
Look at a 2-man Aquapris. The ball will find the title away, but the bullet time has no
got Benz.
cancel, but still Manson takes out Benz. And that's going to be Slane getting the kill there. He is still alive here. Calling one man around. Goes up to Arcman. Takes the Oh my god. The most needed team member, Arcman, pops the stasis. Gets bursted by Eminem. And the bullet time has no one to cancel. But there is the last man cancel from
That might be it.
And that's going to be the Walton. That did not let any member of the LCD escape. And I think that's going to be it. That's going to be the game. Game 2 going towards perhaps the UP Las Bañas.
What a great stud from Eminem, able to pick out the key member for DLSUD to mount a comeback in a team fight. And with no shockwave available, UPLB, they're gonna pick up their second win in the series. GG.
GG well played for UP Las Bañas, securing the second game of the best of 5.
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.